That still don't erase the fact that he's a pussy. He's a bitch ass nigga. And his dad is a bitch ass nigga too.
Do you still want to fight him at some point?
Yeah, I do want to fight him, but it got to be something in there to where if they do some weird shit like they did last time, um, it got to be a penalty or something. Like you can't just go lie on my name and say all of these false things about me that I did to you, and then just get a free pass for it. So if we do fight again, I want some type of penalties in the contract that you can't just be lying all to the public like that.
In the contract, right? You know, you don't even have to do all that typing. You know Shakur got a match. Y'all handle y'all matches. Y'all know y'all can send the contract. Y'all already know y'all got the belts and we coming for y'all. So y'all ain't said nothing in no Twitter or anything that really matter. Just send a contract. You know we want to fight y'all. And I said it to everybody. I know my boy will stop you, and I ain't talking shit just from this win. It just is what it is, being competitive. And I know you got power. But if you look at our first interview with Bernard Hopkins, when Floyd first got signed, he asked him, yo, in 2 years, give me that fight with Tank. So if you don't think you on the hit list, you're bugging. And that ain't disrespectful. It's because y'all got talent. Y'all are the champions. And for us to become the greatest of all time, we got to fight the best in our era. So it ain't disrespect. So I don't want anybody to twist it like it's disrespect against you, Shakur, Keyshawn, Mason. Nah, it ain't disrespect. It's actually honor that we calling y'all gods out, wanting to get in that ring and fight y'all. But I seen your message. All you got to do is send a contract, and I know Kid gonna stop you. Trust me.
Shakur. So apparently, you see, Shakur said he's still open to fighting Floyd Schofield Jr. and called the father a bitch ass ninja. Father responds just basically saying that, you know, they want to fight. There's no need for all the name calling. Don't cross that line. He grew with it. He also said, I think it might have been the video, you ain't grow up like that. I know you. And that's the problem with Shakur Stevenson. He needs to improve his vocabulary. He talks very spicy, but then, you know, you expecting the hottest ghost pepper you ever tasted, and you taste it and it don't have any spice to it. He talks that dirty and gutter like he really about to do something, and he don't do anything. And that's people's number one issue with Shakur Stevenson. Like, if you talking with that ill will and that malice, we want to see you impose that ill will and malice on your opponents, and that's just not what he do. He's a walking false advertisement. He has a negative energy about him. Like, it just seemed like he's just one of them black cloud ninjas that come around and just everything, the whole mood just changed when he come around, and not in a good way. But he don't have any options. So of course he has to say, well, I will fight a Schofield, or Tank won't fight him. And you got Eddie Hearn saying, oh, we're gonna go after Tank. Like, bruh, you can't make a coward fight. He ain't even agreed to fight Lamont Roach again. It's not because he won't beat Lamont Roach. He will beat Lamont Roach in a rematch, in my opinion, whether it's by hook or crook. It's just to the fact that y'all keep, like, you can't pressure somebody who's a coward and who has a coward fan base. So with him not willing to fight him, then who do you go after? Raymond Mortella is trying to get out of fighting Andy Cruz. So that's the IBF belt. Tank holds the WBA. So Core got the WC, WBA Tank. The IBF is with Raymond Mortella, and I believe Emmanuel Navarrete regained the the WBO 35-pound belt, so, or something like that. Keyshawn had it. He vacated it. So it ain't too many options there for Shakur Stevenson. So of course, you know, you got to start saying, okay, where can I get to? And like I said, you know, Jay Prince and them ain't just came up with the best strategy. I feel like, and it's hard to come up with the right strategy, is just be active as possible. And everybody want theirs in a lump sum, right? Even if it's more taxes taken out, make the analogy. But sometimes nickel and diamond can be good. And I think if he was healthy, if I had a fighter that didn't have the fights that he needed at his disposal, whether it was that he just didn't have the competition or the competition wouldn't fight him, I would just try to really get him on every card possible. I would try to get him as visible as possible. Okay, cool. We'll be on this card. We'll be on that card. Or we can do this show. We can do that show. I would have his visibility in and out the ring so crazy, bro. I would say I would make him one of the more active, especially if you got a belt. I would do European tours if I had to do. I would just, use the full spectrum of cards. I would have him fighting. I would have him fighting 5, 6, 7, 8 times a year. Where people would talk about him, even though he may be fighting a Josh Padley, but he packed them up. So people just seeing the highlights of me packing these guys up back to back, back to back. I don't think Tank can fuck with them because they constantly seeing you. But the problem is, can he physically hold up? That's the problem. But I would just have him fighting 6, 7, 8, 9 times a year. Every card we could jump on, we jumping on it. I'm getting my social media people on there to get the angles and edit it and put it out there. I would have them visible. I would have them on Good Morning America. I would have them, make guest appearances in music videos or make appearances, on TV shows. I would vlog about. I would expand the brand. I would come up with catchphrases, merchandise. That's what a manager's supposed to do. I would align him with the proper brands, whether it was Coca-Cola, whether it was a couch company, a car. I would have his visibility on 10. I'll tell him, look here, it's going to be a lot of hard work. You're going to be busy, but it's going to pay off. I'd have him one of the more active champions. But here it is that, begging. And it was so funny. This morning we was watching Roland Martin was debating the brother who down in Albany, Georgia, this a couple years ago, who created his own school and said, we're not going to wait for Biden or Trump at the time, or the politicians to come save us. We're going to do things ourselves. And that's the mentality Shakur got to have. Okay, sit down. What's the strategy going to be where we going to make them come to us? How can we get us? And I would call Scott Sports. I would call the UK TV companies. I would get with Turkey. I want to fight on this card, that card. Whatever you can throw me, you can throw me. Whether it's 500, maybe it's a meal. But most people, they make 2 or 3 meals. They be like, I'm too good to make 500. I'm too good to, I can make that in one night. But it's the reward that come with it. They always look at their reward as a monetary gain, what I'm getting. But what you're getting from it is visibility. You're so visible that people like, damn, I see this nigga Shakur everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, a couple brand deals come in, then the bigger brand deals come in, and you just visible. Everywhere they look like, damn, why Tank don't fight this guy? This guy done fought 8 times this year. He killing shit. The editors make you look better than that's what I would do. But then again, they'll rather sit here and spend a block on the guy who made all these accusations about you to get out the fight, and they got out the fight. That's how needy they are. They don't really. They had these 2, 3 managers and have all these motherfuckers around them, and nobody have a game plan for them to execute. It's just, oh, that's big, that's big. Oh, I'm willing to do it again. Like, get out of here. Chick came to your crib and she didn't put out. You know what I'm saying? Is she really gonna be allowed out? And she knew what she came for back? Hell no. Hell no, she shouldn't be able to come back. Kick rocks, ho. So why did she spin the block on Floyd Schofield? For what? Because he don't have any options. They too lazy to create a way. Therefore, your destiny is determined by Javante, by Floyd Schofield Jr., the third, whatever the fuck he is, by Raimondo Mortella, by moving up in weight, by hoping somebody hoping somebody moves up in weight, instead of coming up with a strategy to expand the brand and make them come to you. That's the problem. These niggas got managers for no reason, bro. A lot of these motherfuckers got to be getting extorted. Because that would be my game plan. If we had to nickel and dime it, but in the long run, that visibility is going to make them people come to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with Hagler and Hearns. You know, when Hearns went away, Hagler finally got the deals, the right guards and the brand deals, and he finally got the notoriety. He finally got the commercial appeal. And he had a tough fight with John the Beast Mugabe, which was still one of the better fights you ever see. He had to put him down, literally. Like literally. Like it was a great fight. And you know, and then Sugar Ray Leonard fought him. So I mean Leonard, not Hearns, but Leonard fought him, and he increased his brand. When Leonard went away, you know, he shot up there. He increased his commercial appeal. That was a major reason, along with the major reason, him having a fucking life and death fight with Mugabe, and for him fighting him. But his commercial appeal, so Shakur has to find a way, and it's easier for him with social media to deal commercial appeal. You know, niggas get tired of seeing y'all come fight week, y'all speak, and then we don't see y'all until the next fight week. Break the mold, be different. And I see that what Devin and Bill doing, and Devin keeping Bill keeping the brand alive, but nobody can pump the brand, like the fighter. So your daddy the Norman Juniors and seniors, the daddies can do all the talking, but is not official unless the product does it itself. And I understand they want to live their life, they want to train and live that. No, you gotta put in leg work. And the leg work is the PR work. So if we gotta hustle up, 10 fights a year, that's what we gotta do. We have to set the blueprint for what's not being done. Most of these fighters, they only speak fight week. Hey man, let's be visible. Let's make an appearance on this. Let's try to align with this brand. Let's continue to fight. If I got to go to the UK and Saudi Arabia, fight a couple times a year, I'll do a couple shows in the US, I got to do what I got to do to make my brand. If I got to vlog about my life, cool. I got to vlog about my life. If I got to push Reebok to give me a sneaker and I can get somebody to design it, nobody want to put the leg work in no more. These niggas just want to hand it to them. But honestly, with these two dudes, I mean, they building up quite the fight. So we'll see what happens. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.